Simple interest means you get just a straight amount of interest all the time. It's no compounding per month, per year. Interest rate stays the same. I mean, it's not the interest rate, but the amount of interest you get stays the same. So David borrowed $30,000. 4 years later, you paid the $30,000 along with an interest of $1,260. So if we're told that something is simple interest, it's just this straightforward linear equation. Okay, the interest is equal to the principal, which is the starting amount, times the rate as a decimal, times the time in years, okay, because the rate is always given a percent per year. So for this question, we have the interest, 1,260. We have the starting amount. We don't have the rate. We can solve for that. We have the time. This loan was a 4-year loan. So remember, the order you multiply in, it doesn't matter, so let's do 3,000 times 4. So that's 12,000. And then to finish getting r by itself, divide 12,000 from both sides. So 1,260 divided by 12,000. So that's 0.105 or 10.5% for an interest rate. Okay, I checked my work. Look, I forgot a 0. So this is supposed to have another 0 here. So that's just, divide by 10. The interest rate should be 0.0105. Just going too fast. So 1.05 as a percent. Same type of thing in this question. Let's plug everything in where they tell us to put it. 5,480 for I. We don't know what P is. We know what R is. And we know T is 7. Okay, so we can multiply those together. So that's 0.28 times P. And then in order to get P by itself, to just divide 0.28 from both sides. So the principal, the starting amount for whatever this loan was, looks to be 19,571.43. Okay, we got a triangle. They don't tell us it's a right triangle, so I'll just draw a random triangle. One side of the triangle is 2 times the second side. So I don't know a definite amount for either side. So let's just call one of them x for length. And this one is 2 times whatever that one is. Okay, so now we have one triangle side length, and we have another one that's 2 times the length of this side. The third side is 5 feet longer than the second side. One side of a triangle is 2 times the second side. So this would be the second side, the way they phrase that, because this one is 2 times the second side. So the third side is 5 feet longer than the second side. And now we can say something about the perimeter. Take one side plus twice that side, and then plus the third length of the triangle. Now we've got an equation where we can solve. Combine like terms and solve for x there. Okay, so the Pythagorean Theorem, that's the title of this type of question. It says you can square 2 sides of a right triangle, and that should equal the hypotenuse squared. So identifying C is the most important part of using this formula. C is always the side that's diagonally across from the right angle. So I just drew a random right triangle. This would be C. Whatever this length is right here, that's C. If you put that in, doesn't matter which one is A and which one's B. Just make sure to get C right. So with this triangle, you can imagine this being a right angle, assuming this house isn't crooked, right? This is our right angle right here, so this is our C in the Pythagorean Theorem. Now that means you can put 6 in for A or for B. Doesn't matter, because the order you add in doesn't change the result. You can switch up the order. Just make sure to put 20 in for C, and that's a B, by the way. Right? So simplifying a bit, 20 squared is 400. So I'd subtract 36 from both sides. And then to finish getting B by itself, I just take a square root of both sides. I think that's it. So it looks to be about 19 feet. this side of the house is a little less than 19 feet. Round to one decimal place, so I'd say 19.1.